My mother-in-law had a stroke and collapsed, blood pooling on the floor. I calmly grabbed a mop and cleaned the spreading stain. As her son-in-law, I deliberately let the golden 6-minute window for stroke intervention pass. In my last life, I was the first to find her. I immediately called an ambulance and rushed her to the hospital. But the surgery required a signature from a direct family member. When I called my wife to come and sign, she accused me of being jealous of her time with her first love, convinced it was just a ploy to get her to come home. She refused to sign. My mother-in-law died without receiving timely treatment. My wife, Jessica, missed her mother's final moments and pinned all the blame on me. When I wasn't looking, she attacked me with a kitchen knife, hacking me to death. This is all your fault. My mom was so old, and you, her son-in-law, couldn't even take care of her. Since you failed your duty to her in life, you can go to hell and continue serving her there. I opened my eyes and found myself back on the day my mother-in-law collapsed. My eyes snapped open again, and there she was, lying on the floor. I've had a severe fear of blood since I was a child. My first instinct was to call my wife, but as I unlocked my phone, the memory of her slashing at me with that knife flooded my mind, vivid and inescapable. The phantom pain was still there. My finger froze. I stopped myself from calling Jessica and dialed her cousin, Rebecca, instead. She picked up almost immediately. Honey, you have to come home. Mom fell. She's bleeding from her head. There's so much blood. What do I do? You know I can't handle blood. Please, come back quick. I feigned panic, pretending I'd dialed the wrong number, my voice thick with a desperate, choked sob. Don't panic, I'm on my way, Rebecca said, her voice calm and steady. Her house was close, less than a 10-minute walk away. Sure enough, less than 5 minutes later, there was a knock at the door. I threw it open, putting on a look of surprise. Rebecca? I thought I called Jessica. She didn't explain, just told me to pick up my mother-in-law and follow her. By the time we reached the hospital, the blood had soaked through my shirt. Who's the patient's next of kin? It's an emergency. We need a signature from a direct relative. A nurse rushed out of the ER, clutching a critical condition notice. I'm her son-in-law. I'll sign. No, it has to be a direct blood relative. She then looked at Rebecca. I'm her niece, Rebecca explained. The nurse frowned. Does the patient have any other family? Nurse, please, just start the surgery. I'll contact the next of kin, I pleaded. The nurse hesitated, then rushed back into the ER with the form. Right there in front of Rebecca, I pulled out my phone and called my wife. The first call went to voicemail. The second call, the same. The third call finally connected. I put it on speaker, and Jessica's impatient voice filled the hallway. What is your problem? Are you trying to die? Stop calling me. Jessica, mom fell. She's bleeding a lot, and they need a signature from a direct relative. You need to get to Peace Memorial Hospital now. The same cold indifference as last time. The image of her wielding that knife flashed in my mind, and my gaze turned to ice, but I kept up the act. Jessica shrieked into the phone. If mom fell, you take her to the hospital. Why are you calling me? I'm not a doctor. You know I'm with Ryan, so you're just jealous and making this up, aren't you? Well, it won't work. Are you completely useless? Can't you survive for 5 minutes without me? Then, a soft male voice murmured in the background. Jess, I'm scared. Before I could say another word, she hung up. The strangers in the hallway were looking at me with pity. I clenched my fists so hard my knuckles turned white, forcing a bitter smile. Rebecca was furious, pacing back and forth in front of the ER. Call her again, she snapped.